Hi students, welcome to my channel CSIT Tutorials by Kanyakumari. So in this video we are going to discuss another graph traversal breadth first search. In the previous video we discussed one graph traversal depth first search which uses the data structure stack. So now we will discuss another graph traversal breadth first search which uses the data structure queue. So how to visit? So what is this graph traversals? So how to visit the vertices present in the graph by using BFS. I think you remember what is meant by graph traversal. Graph traversal means visiting all the vertices present in the graph is called as graph traversal. Okay, so now what are the steps involved in visiting breadth first search? So first start with any vertex. Start with any vertex. Okay. Then find adjacent vertices for that vertex. So mark this as visited. Find adjacent vertices. For those adjacent vertices, whatever the adjacent vertices are there, visit all the adjacent vertices. Then take first visited vertex from the already adjacent vertices, already visited vertices. Take one of the vertex from already visited vertex which is the first visited. Okay, so then find out adjacent vertices for that vertex. Like that, repeat all this process until all the vertices are visited. All the vertices are visited. I'm explaining again. Start with any vertex, visit that vertex. Then find out adjacent vertices for this visited vertex. Then visit all those adjacent vertices. Then take one of the visited vertex which is the first visited vertex. Find out adjacent vertex and repeat the process until all the vertices are visited. Now let us take an example how to visit all the vertices present in the graph using breadth first search technique. So now, for example, the graph is like this: A, B, C, D, E. For example, this is the graph. Okay. Now, visiting order. So, what is the visiting order? By using breadth first search technique. Assume this is the starting vertex. This is the starting vertex. Okay. A is the starting vertex. Now find and mark that vertex as visited. Find adjacent vertices for A. Adjacent vertices for A are B, C, D. B, C, D. Visit all these BCD vertices. Mark that vertex as visited. B, C, D. Next, visit. See, A is already visited now. So visit, and these A vertex adjacent vertices are also calculated and visited. Now, from these visited vertices, which one is the first visited vertex? B is the first visited vertex. So from A to B, B, C, D. Next, which one is the first visited vertex? B. Find out adjacent vertices for B. Adjacent vertices for B. Adjacent vertices for B are A and E. So A is already visited, so visit E vertex. So visit E vertex. Mark that as 1. Now, next which one is the first visited vertex? C. Among these three, C is the first visited. That's why repeatedly I'm saying first. So that's why here BFS is using Q data structure, first in, first out data structure. So now, adjacent vertices for C vertex. Adjacent vertices for C vertex are A, D. A, D. A is already visited, D is already visited, no vertex is pushed or not pushed and Q into the Q data structure if you assume this as a Q. Okay. Next, which one is the first visited vertex? D vertex. D adjacent vertices are A, C, E. All these three are visited. Next, find out adjacent vertices for E. So, B, D, which are already visited. So, the visiting order is A, B, C, D, E is the visiting order if you apply BFS technique. Now, suppose, take another example. Suppose A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For example, this is the graph. Then how can we visit the vertices? By using breadth first search. So, take this as a starting vertex. Mark that as visited. Okay. BFS visiting order. First one is A. Find out adjacent vertex. That is visited now. So, adjacent vertices for A. Adjacent vertices for A are C, D. So, visit all these two and add it to the queue. C, D. Okay. Next, which one is the first visited vertex? C vertex. So, DQ that actually. Okay. So, find adjacent vertices for C vertex. C vertex adjacent vertices are A, F. A, F. A is already visited. So, F is not visited. So, visit F and add it to the queue. Okay. Next, which one is the first inserted into the queue? D vertex. So, find out adjacent vertex for D vertex. D vertex adjacent vertices are, see, A, F, B, G. So, A is already visited, F is already visited. Remaining vertices are B, G. Visit B, visit G, add to the Q. Okay. Next, which one is the first visited vertex? F. So, find adjacent vertices for F vertex. F vertex adjacent vertices are C, D. Both are visited. Both are visited. Next, which one is the first visited vertex? B. So, find out adjacent vertices for B vertex. B vertex adjacent vertices are D and E. D is already visited, E is not visited, then add it to the Q. Okay, next, which one is the first visited vertex? G. Adjacent vertex for G. G vertex adjacent vertices are D and E. D and E. D is already visited, E is already visited. So, no need to add any vertex into the queue. Next, adjacent DQ this vertex. Okay. So adjacent vertices for E vertex are B, G. B is already visited, G is already visited. So finding all the vertices, adjacent vertices, completed and visited all the vertices present in the graph. So the BFS order is this one: A, C, D, F, B, G, E. That's all. That's the first search technique, visiting order. Hope you understand, students. If you have any doubt, please send a message in the comment box. If you like the video, please share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you, students. Have a wonderful day. Bye.